Theatrics. I created this floor because I recognized that there is many words for the same structures, figures, or forms, which caused me to create neuro-linguistic programming, new language, NLP. I created this place as a place of observations, an observatory, Shape recognition for autistic children. Geometric forms or figures are also referred to as corrective coding. It's not exactly information the self can debate with or argue against. It simply has to adapt to it or evolve. And that's what's going to happen. You'll adapt or you will not. And it's your choice. All I did was give you an invite. Some people have the attitude that universities cause created geometry or forms figures, but in reality, they're observable in nature and the universe. Previous to the universities, they were pre existing in nature. So the corrective codes were pre existing as well. This concept of pre existence, precursor, pre assumptions. Great atrocities occur when people think they're doing the right thing. What I created this for was accuracy of thought processes. The people's thought processes are not fucking accurate about anything. It's amazing. Dirty Tree is a prime example as to why no resolutions will ever happen. I want you to know that, Dirty Tree. You'll never be able to resolve the situation that you're facing. The indoctrination systems are conditioning people to obediently, blindly follow immoral policy to their own death and damnation. I don't care. Your mouth is the same every day. You don't do anything different. You don't say anything different. You don't contribute anything. You don't add anything to the floor. All you do is take attention away from the floor onto you. You want to make my floor about you, and this ain't even about me. It's about the future. It's about children. It's about math. It's about geometry. It's not about politics. It's not about politics. It's not about religion. So ultimately, I already know that you're not going to do anything. No, you're predictable. In your mind, maybe. Well, that's a lie. The education system is a failure. That's true. That's very true. And that's something you avoid, truth. And you love judging what you do not comprehend yet. That's true too. And you never stay the entire length of a conversation. That's true as well. You're one of those 5 minute minds. Does geometric forms and figures work in opposition to one another or in unison to one another? You know? Hey, newsflash, Dirty Tree. There's only one universal mind. I've talked about this for years, right? This ain't the first time I discussed the universal consciousness. Your reactions are imprinted into the etherical record immediately, right now, right this minute. Also, artificial intelligence is recording your reactions in real time. Both are true statements. Whole world's under digital surveillance. AI is watching everybody. That's a true fact. Therefore, there's only one surveillance state, and it's mocking what? The ether? Water? What is it mocking or trying to imitate? Spirits? God? What are you doing? Mocking me? It's profitable, isn't it? You're always in competition with me, aren't you? I said for years that society can't resolve any situation. None. Your ego is a big part of the problem. That's some poop for you. You know what happens when I teach people? They start their own churches and they develop a God complex. I didn't ask for your opinions. Your opinion is not factual. You're operating it right now when you curse and you spell magic words, word magic. Words are curses. Words are spells. Spells, words are. Curses, words are. Curses are spells. Spells are curses. Words are curses. Curses, words are. It's the same thing. Word magic. Are you spelling? You casting spells there, Dirty Tree? Playing with magic? Your clicker is your cursor, right? Your mouse, your clicker, your fucking cursor. Click, click, click. Curse, curse, curse. It's kind of funny, isn't it? Well, how come you won't affirm or deny any of it? See, ultimately, you're just wasting my time, causing dissidence for what? Personal entertainment for you, and it causes my children to suffer, right? because of your lack of respect for yourself. You don't have no respect for me. You don't have self-respect. Fuck no. Hell no. If you had respect for yourself, half the shit that comes out of your mouth would never even come out of your mouth. So that's a big part of the problem. You didn't make any points. You haven't answered a question. You avoid them. What the fuck are you talking about? You avoid all conflict. You avoid all questions. You can't answer a fucking thing. You'll neither affirm or fucking deny anything. Your language is shit. That's poop for you. You use non-definitive terminologies. You give non-answers as an answer. You don't actually answer any fucking questions. You avoid them. And I told you this directly as a result of watching you over the years, right? Oh, well, that's right. So non-denial denial, which is silent consent. You didn't say no, so silently I assume that you're rooting for me. Yes, yes, baby, yes. Silence doesn't mean no. No opposition. You never say no. You're no opposition. You're a fucking patsy and a goddamn rollover. A man that will stand up and say no to nothing will fall down for everything. Right? That's something we learn. Just like this whole number 9 thing. Right? 17 minutes in, not one of you had a response for it. Avoid it. Right? You actually avoid information. No, you're not. You're beyond nothing because you avoid everything. How many numbers are there, Dirty Tree? Answer the goddamn question. Or you're just another racist nigger, just like Salem Bingham. How many fucking numbers are there? I got done showing you for 18 minutes now. See if you get the right answer. All right. How many numbers are there? How many? Come on. Who's a smart boy? How many numbers are there? See, that's how I know you're broken. Can't get an answer. Even though I showed you the answer already. That's why I'm laughing at you. Shouldn't even be a trick question. How many numbers are there? 9? 9? 9 numbers? And we're live from District 9. Water District 9. What a district indeed. Water District number 9. It's factual information. Shouting out from the 207, 2 plus 0 plus 7, 9. Hey, let's talk about life path number 9. So, Dirty Tree, how many fucking numbers are there? But you knew that already, right? You knew all of it. Live off of Interstate 9, I being the 9th letter. It's 2 blocks away from my front door. Is that you, fucking fish? How many numbers are there? Come on. 20 minutes now, Dirty Tree. Smart person you are, right? You didn't win anything. You actually think life's a competition. That's the problem. Has to do with your ego. You didn't win anything. Hi, Dirty Tree. How many numbers are there? Oh, you see why I'm laughing at you? I even told you the answer. Cognitively dissonant, Char. Fuck a wire, huh? Oh, 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 you think you're my superior. Write this down, Dirty Tree. This is the day that you can't respond to the fool, which makes you the fucking fool. You don't actually have any answers that are worth repeating. I asked some questions and you couldn't give a goddamn answer. And you do this all the time. You do this every day. You didn't win nothing. There is no competing with me because I'm the only one that's me. There's not two of me, three, or four. I don't know how I'm going to get that through to you. It's not resonating well. I'm about to take away your microphone privileges. Isn't that cool? You know how you say so. You know any fucking rights. You see me peacocking, right? You see me peacocking? Peacocking. Right there. Peacocking. Peacocking. You haven't answered one question. I don't know what makes you think you fucking won anything. That confuses me. You avoid all questions. And I already have the answers to those questions. So it's like a setup to see if you are actually a smart person. But you're not. You don't affirm or deny anything. Oh, yes, you do. You can't actually have a conversation with a person if they don't answer a question. What is that? Failure in communication? And that's your choice? So your prerogative is to cause hate, discontent, and turmoil so people pay attention to you instead of the facts that are on the screen. Because it's not about you. There you go. You're not smart. At least you're willing to admit it publicly. That's why I had to get rid of you. Bye, Dirty Tree. You lost your mic privileges. I like putting things out there, and it's either a truthful thing or it's not. You decide. But if you can't answer, then I will block you. Because you're wasting my fucking time. Waste of my goddamn time. At the beginning of this stream, I said patterns, geometric forms, and figures repeat themselves perpetually throughout nature, inside of the body and outside of the body. Geometry pre-exists in the universe and nature and reality, and not one single university actually created a concept without the individual labors of a singular cult of personality. All schools are established off the labors of singular individuals. They feed off them. Which made me ultimately realize all religions are fucking parasitic. I do not know why men actively do not know why men willingly die for a country that's actively plotting for their demise. Like, why would you defend people that are trying to kill you? It just doesn't make any sense to me. That would ultimately mean you have no fucking respect for your goddamn self. And self-respect has nothing to do with crowd approval. Nothing. Nothing at all. And that's what offends people, because approval doesn't even matter here. Doesn't matter if you like me or not. Alpha attitude makes you realize it doesn't matter whether they like you or not. Oh, and the majority of you are running around seeking crowd approval. This has nothing to do with crowd approval. Nothing at all. Nothing at all to do with crowd approval. This has everything to do with you comprehending your reality and your nature, and how there's zero separation between you and your created reality, your creator created reality. You're not separate from creator, you're not separate from nature or reality. There's 0 degrees of separation between the individual and source energy. And so I sit here with a question: how are you separate from anything? When there's 0 degrees of separation and 0 is not even a number. 0 is not a fucking number. 0 is a placeholder. 0 has no form or figure. 0 is a result of Om from the centaur. Isn't that wild? So letters are symbols. Letters are signs. Comprehending the definitions of letters or symbols, that's a science. And all of this information can be found in your dictionary. So all of it was left out of the education. All of it. And so when you start talking about magic as spelling and words as curses, which is their proper definitions. Oh, you fucking lose everybody. Words are curses. When you click your mouse, you're cursing. Click, 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 cursor, cursory, cursive. You used to write in cursive. Your mouse is your cursor or clicker. And see, these things, you'll neither affirm them or fucking deny them because you can't argue with them. So you'd rather run away or cause and create a sideshow for a personal benefit, which is why I had to cut Dirty Tree. Not going to have a conversation, wants to come in here and have an ego contest. Computers aren't making children smarter, they're making them more obedient and complacent. As far as about questioning your reality, as far as about comprehending the nature of frequency and understanding that that's what you're doing when you're speaking, causing a frequency. It's about literacy. I don't even have a high school degree. My English teacher's fucking laughing his goddamn ass off. Why the hell am I the one having this fucking conversation with you ass clowns? Self-education is a higher form of education than public indoctrination. Public indoctrination is not self-education. Self-education is quality education. Public indoctrination is quantitative education, and the outcome is everybody sounding the same, thinking the same, saying the same fucking derogatory shit. Like Dirty Tree. I'm also here to vocalize and inform on you that there's a correspondence between digits in 2 dimensions and geometry in 3 dimensions, 4 and higher. Geometry is the result of frequency, and frequency causes geometric forms, figures, or structures, and colors defining the state of compressed ions or density of the mass that you're handling. I didn't fucking stutter. When you're smart, people hate you. They don't fucking like you. And how, for the most part, smart people hate stupid motherfuckers, you know? That's just reality. And I'm the one telling you men are not pack animals. Don't want to be part of a fucking herd. I want to be the 99. I'm the 99. 99 what? 99 sheep to one real nigga? I want to be a part of the herd. I want to be a red fish or a blue one. Huh? That's why people like me would rather just walk alone. You don't listen to logic. You don't listen to reason. You're led by your emotions purely. And then the smart people are labeled crazy or mentally ill. Society needs to be protected from the truth. And what is that truth? Well, it's quite simple. You favor artificial over natural. You favor natural, no longer favor natural. You switched out everything that's natural for everything that's artificial. Artificial flavors versus honey or natural sugars. Fake food, fake flyers, fake news, fake stories, fake people, fake money. And truth is mocked. It's amazing. It's not respected or appreciated at all. The first impulse is to react to mock me. Straight up. And that's amazing. They mock truth. Math doesn't lie. You lie about math. You lie about the numbers. And you did this for a profit, of course. And when something is given to you free of charge, like this stream, can't take it seriously. And you'll get out of something what you're willing to put into it. And it was given to you for free, and so you take it for granted, and you're going to do absolutely nothing with it. I even told you what you were going to do before you did it. I already knew. So I don't even know why I do this shit anymore. This video here is 5 years old. 10,000 people have seen it. No one came together on it. My God, it's about your alpha beta. And you got numbnuts like Todd Dot Church talking about the science of sin, which is letters or symbols, but still hasn't managed to see this shit yet. And I've already fucking roadmapped what he's waking up to right this very minute. This video is 5-6 years old. He thought I stopped learning. I'm an adapt. I adapt. I evolve. Autodidactic. They evolve basis of observations. They're not waiting around for you. They're not waiting around for you. It's a matter of survival. And you adapt or you die. That's what happens in nature. You adapt to the environment or you die because of it. Language, arts, and crafts. Speaking is a performance piece. It's an art form. When speaking, be crafty about it, be cunning, speak with guile, so you can confuse smart people. Be cunning, be a smart cunnilinguist, linguistics expert. Confuse them with old words and the new. And talk about the nuances between then and now and then. That'll really confuse them all. In the presence of right fucking now. Without worry of tomorrow or yesterday. Whew. And I articulated it well. Spit tips. That was a tip. Some people want to go to college to teach children. They get into it about 5 years, they get their degree, and then they start working in that field 5 years. And at that 5 year marker, 5 years invested for the rest of their life. That's what they want to do. They want to be a teacher. 5 years into their new trade because of the schooling. Now they quit. Because they start realizing they have no control over the classroom. And it violates their morals and ethics, the things they're reading from the textbooks, corporate scripture. They can't write their own scripture. They have no control over their classroom. Corporations are dictating policies to how children are being educated, and parents have no control over the classroom. Parents don't have time to teach their own children. Hyperinflation depreciated human labor, so now both parents have to work to maintain a family home, and the children are raised by federally funded institutions or federally funded state-sponsored media, the television. Now I'm sitting here going, man, TV's like everyone's God. AI is your God. Television is your God. It's like fucking wild, right? People only believe things when they see it on TV. Amazing. And I don't know which direction to travel with this news. North, east, west, or south. How are you feeling about the situation that you're facing? Do you feel like you have a chance in hell? Or maybe hell froze over and you're feeling fucking frosty right now. I don't know. Mockery's a motherfucker these days, I heard. I don't want to be a part of the herd. I want to make sure you fucking hear me. Did you hear that? Because I did. I don't even know where it comes from. God or the devil. No one will tell me. Because they don't know. Out of a situation. You know what's even worse than that? God and the devil, they both feel sorry for the fool, like Mr. T. I pity the fool. I feel sorry for the fool. Pity the fool. And I kept scratching my head over this, and I'm like, wow, God, devil, they both feel sorry for me. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. And then I realized why they felt sorry for me. Because I had to deal with yous, EWEs, yous. I had to deal with all you. Don't get it twisted, EWE forward, backwards, you. Got to deal with you. That's why God and the devil feel sorry for me, because I got to deal with you. That's why they feel sorry for me. Holy shit, I got to deal with you. And I simplified this for children. I want children to do their own research. And I want children to go to the dictionary and look up their ABCs and recognize that their ABCs have literal definitions, they have meanings that was left out of the classroom. Just like with words. Right? Definitions completely stripped from reality in people's data banks. It's fucking wild. And this is elementary that we're talking about. You should have known this stuff when you were 5. That's my feeling about it. But no, they didn't want you to know any of this. No, just leave it out completely. Because it's what's best for everyone. Right? I mean, I have been talking about how illiteracy is the root cause of most international conflict, failures in communication. Said it for 20 years. Yay! Over, I don't know, I want to say 5, 6, 7,000 people have seen this in total over years. Right? Do you think I'm guessing? It's a great question. Isn't it amazing how I could sit here and ask all kinds of questions that no one has a response for? There's a correspondence between letters and numbers. Letters have periodic table elements, definition, and meaning. Letters are symbols and signs for periodic table elements. Elementary, Watson. Elementary. Never registers with them, no matter what I tell them or how I tell it to them. This one argue. Oh. And that's the problem with educated people. Their minds were conditioned on stationary, so they wind up thinking in stationary terms when reality is nothing is stationary. This is not about trying to control, but rather the realization in that control is illusionary. People have a tendency of thinking they're in control. What control do you really have? Typically, by the time this alpha beta video is done, nobody's even left in the fucking room. And they don't have a response. So I don't know what you have control over. When I sit here and cause people to become subjugated with the information that they're seeing, they don't have a response for it. They'd rather try to attack the messenger instead of the facts that they're being shown. And there are three classes of people: those that see when shown, and those that refuse to see. And the reactions, you can tell who's who. A basis of reaction. Reactions are confessions. The silence is golden if you're the one that causes it with the words that come out of your mouth. See, it really becomes easy when you have no one left to not be afraid of, but mindful of. My grandparents are dead. My father is dying. My mother's cracked out. She can't add, subtract, multiply, convert, nothing. Needs a calculator to calculate facts. It's goddamn amazing. I don't know why you're so angry. What? Marcus Aurelius, the first emperor of Rome, said it was your duty to defy him. It is your duty to defy me with logic or reason. It is your duty to resist the whimsical whims of society. It's your duty to challenge and question everything, to believe nothing. Can't believe anything that was presented in public arena.
Lying among few, the one who stands alone.
If you don't do it for yourself, no one will do it for you. Nope. So you'll never be respected by community for what you see. What you see will automatically make you criminally insane, socially unacceptable to society. We don't want to talk about the definitions of words, etymology, the root meanings of words, where the words come from, cultural differences in language. We don't want to discuss any of these things. We don't want to talk about how 60% of Americans are illiterate and they don't even know it. And then they look at me and they think I'm stupid because I don't wear a suit. I'm not trying to fit in. I'm not interested in conforming. I recognized everything as a beast of burden or a parasitic system to the individual. Society offers the individual nothing but contempt. Policies are designed to divide and conquer the collective. They use minority groups to divide the majority against themselves independently, causing everyone to isolate into a fucking box. Ring a bell? We're all in this together now. Everyone stay home and isolate. Demonstrate oneness. Because we really got community, don't we? 6-foot social distancing rules. Remember that? That was Fauci. It just manifested itself all by itself. It didn't have anything to do with Fauci. That's what Fauci said. It just happened. No one knows where it came from. Poof! Just like this stream. You could honestly say that you weren't expecting anything like this. Never saw it coming. Weren't prepared for it. Unexpected. See how funny that is? Oh, shit. And I've shared this alpha beta video with a lot of cults of personality. Remember, that's a quote of mine. Society is suffering from clashing cults of personality, right? And everyone's in their own cult of personality, which is expressive to individuality. And the set is a group consisting of a fucking singular. One nigger. And in this case, the nigger I'm talking about is myself. Me. And logically speaking, there's only one person riding my frequency. There's only one person that sounds like me. Only one person that smells like me and got my pheromones, got my stink king, masking intelligence, faking stupidity. One of a kind, perfecting the art of mockery. Children mock their parents, say the darndest things. I don't need to convince the parents of anything. They're preemptively convinced of everything. So I don't have to convince them of anything. Children, on the other hand, wow, they haven't made up their minds yet. They're undecided. They haven't voted yet. They didn't know any better. And I like Carlin saying, Carlin said, if you never vote, then you have the right to complain about everything because you voted for fucking nothing. And the more I thought about that, I realized it was really ultimately about you voting for you. If you've never voted for anything in your life, then congratulations, my hat's off to you. Belief should never be externalized. Or trust. Why should you trust other than yourself? That just doesn't make any goddamn logical sense to me. The only thing you can believe in is yourself. You can't trust other than yourself. Holy fucking shit. How is that a goddamn conspiracy? But the schools are there to condition you to believe in authority figures, trust in the system, believe in the television. It's your God. No one wants to talk about it. I'm amazed. Where's God? Inside you, outside you. I said earlier in this stream, there's 0 degrees of separation between you and Creator. Where's God? No one knows. The fuck? Where did these ideas come from? God or the devil? Anyone know? I don't see anybody wanting to walk in my shoes. Isn't that amazing? At the beginning of the stream, I said there was 9 numbers and 0 is a placeholder and it didn't have a figure or form. A 0 is not a sphere. It's not a nothing. 0 is nothing. It doesn't actually have a value and is not anyone's hero. 0 is no hero. Said that for a very long time. No such thing as 0. Doesn't exist. It's a figment of your fucking imagination. They made it up for you. Not wild? Doesn't actually exist anywhere. Only exists up here. And no place else. Like fucking wow. How do you feel about it? Got anything to say about it? Anyone? Somebody? Anyone? Hello? See what I mean? Nothing. Nothing is nothing. There is no nothing. It's a big nothing burger. It doesn't even exist. Funniest shit ever, isn't it? Holy shit. Warning, everything you're seeing in this stream is fucking conspiratorial. It's theoretical. It might be literal, but no one will say anything. Literacy. Is that what people are suffering from? The definitions of letters and symbols. They're lacking knowledge. Was this left out of school? Yes. No. Should it be put in school? Yes. No. How about gun safety? Can we put that in school? Yes. No. Can I actually have a conversation with people about any issue that actually has a bearing on reality? Want to clean the waterways? Yes. No. Can't answer nothing. It's fucking amazing. Huh? What? Who that? Who there? Well, then and now for it, like this is 2 years ago. I'm getting pissed off about your silence, you know. Keep telling you things and you You don't listen. You don't react very well. You don't respond very well. Apathetic, suffer from entropy, petrified by the news. I hope you like my goat piss or my gospel. Like my fucking sound phonetic story, fish story, red fish, fucking fish. How many fish are there? I'm fucking fishing for reactions right now, fool. Come on, man. Hey! Who's a smart guy? What's one of those things they left out of your Babylonian Bible? Reincarnation? Soul energy never dying? Hello? Am I home? The devil made me do it! Freaking out now? Oh. Isn't that everyone's excuse? The devil made me do it! Satan! And I'm over here like, no, it's always you. You always do it to you. I didn't do anything to you. You did it to you. I didn't do anything to you. I can't make you do anything. I can't make you angry. I can't make you happy. I can't do anything to you. It's always you doing it to you. Isn't that fun to know? It's powerful. I mean, aren't you ultimately responsible for your emotions? And if you think about it like a scientist and you're an observer and you're just notating, noticing the emotional upticks and downticks because of what you're seeing. And I'm not selling this to you. I gave it to you for free. Here you go. Here's some free fish food. For the red fish, for the blue fish. Red fish, blue fish. Hi, red fish. Hi, blue fish. I'm fishing right now, otherwise known as trolling, commercial fishing, unbiasedly fishing, without prejudice, without favorite. You can't actually have any favorites in this game. Favoritism is what tilts the balance. People get angry when you favor them over somebody else. And so I started realizing a couple of wild things. One, I'm going to treat everybody like myself, like I'm dealing with myself all the time and how I want to be treated. And two, it's reciprocatory, which means what you do to my house is going to be done to your house. It's an understanding of energy. And of moral law. Law of cause and effect, law of observation. Look what happens when I make multitudes of people see the same thing simultaneously. In the past and the future, run concurrent in the present simultaneously. The future is contingent upon your reactions to me presently. How do you feel about that? Does it even matter? Does any of this shit even fucking matter to any one of you? No. So I've always got to try to figure out why how it matters to me. It's like, fuck. How come it don't matter to any one of you? It's wild. You don't have to worry about going to hell. Earth is hell. So it's not a place you can go to when it's a place you're in already. Shit's wild. And in order to get out of hell, you have to go through hell. And schools and universities, they shelter you from that said hell. Prevented your suffering, and then through this, prevented your learning, sheltered you and harbored you from reality, compassed and squared your disposition about the reality that you're observing. You don't know if what I'm saying is good or bad. Can't tell the difference. Lacking discernment. Uh-oh. Wild. Right? And things are only going to get wilder. And a lot of people have the attitude of they're waiting for yesterday to return, old normals. Like, no, guys, those pre COVID days, gone. Never coming back. So move on, because those old normals are never coming back. How y'all doing? You ready for a fucking seizure yet? Huh? Shit's a trip, isn't it? Doing a little bit of a mix up on old and new video content over the years. Shit's wild, right? It's like, damn. The body consists of height, one dimension, how tall are you, width, depth, dimensions, height, width, depth, mass, volume. It's 5. And your intuition, your gut's operating in the 6th. I realized our technology evolved the basis of our comprehension of dimensions. 1G, 1D, 2D, 2G, 3D, 3G, 4D, 4G, 5D, 5G. South Korea is developing 6G technology right now to reduce mankind to nothing more than batteries that will empower smart cities. So we're in interesting times, you guys. 6G means they have a 6-dimensional comprehension of reality. They've already mapped it out and they're adapting and creating technology based on that comprehension. How do you feel about that? Shit. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? do 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 do. I want to thank Judith and Quentin Carpenter for assistance in production of this content. I stole some of their visuals. Links will be in the comments. Thank you. It turns out you can't actually prevent anything. You can question everything, but doesn't mean you can resolve or solve any of the world's problems. You shouldn't be looking for a superhero. You should realize to be your own superhero. Don't be asking what somebody else is going to do about a situation that you're facing. Ask yourself, what am I going to do about this situation? Nothing or something. Isn't that wild? To be or not to be, you either will be or you won't be. And king bees don't buzz or fly for anybody. They're not worker bees. I don't want to work for anyone. See, that's when I became the problem. I don't want to work for anyone. I like working for myself. But I'm really ultimately not even working for myself. Or am I working for myself because I'm God in some sort of crazy world? right? Because every person is a mask of God. That's a Hindu belief, a fractal God consciousness. Hell of a situation. Fucking disturbing, ain't it? So, you guys, the only thing ultimately you can do at this point is trust yourself. And if everybody had that mindset, we'd have half the problems that we have as a collective. Fuck, wow. All right? Wow. How can you have stability in your life if you don't even believe yourself? Shit. Without belief in self, you will never have self respect, self love, self worth. You'll never learn those things without experiencing them. Trusting yourself, believing yourself, loving yourself, honor thyself, the way you will the people around you, understand all cause and effect. You realize moral law. You realize that things are reciprocatory, which means you get what you give. You give nothing, you get nothing. So you give everything, you get everything. So